Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Breakout Session Securing Your Data. My name is Todd Blair, and I'm the CEO and founder of Tech Mafia and PC Fix. So before I begin, I would like to give a shout out to all of those that are taking time to attend this summit virtually. As much as I would prefer to be in person with all of you, we all understand that business is being conducted differently through the COVID pandemic. And we will continue to see business conducted differently from here on out. So let me ask you this. If you were to lose all of your business data, how would that affect your business? Let me take a guess. Everyone listening to this breakout session already has a business continuity plan in place, correct? If not, you should. Don't take the position that cybercrime won't happen to you. What I'm discussing today is kind of a big deal to all small business owners, and too many business owners do not have the proper security in place to protect its data, let alone its customers' data. It's important to understand why you need a backup plan and a security plan in place in your business. So at Tech Mafia, we use the 3-2-1 backup strategy. 3 copies, 2 in the cloud and 1 local backup that I'll be discussing more in this presentation later on. But first, I'd like to share with you why you need so much backup. Did you know industry experts estimate that cyber criminals will cost small businesses over $5 trillion in the next couple years? That's trillion with a T, 5 trillion. Cyber criminals know that small businesses do not invest in securing their data, let alone their customers' data. So let's begin with ransomware. Someone in this session probably already had or knows someone that has been ransomed. If you turn your computer on and you see one of these messages, it's not good. Hopefully you have someone like Tech Mafia managing your data and business continuity, because all of your data has just been locked. So what is ransomware? Ransomware is a type of malware that locks you out of your own data unless you pay a ransom. Simply put, your data gets held hostage, so you cannot open anything on the computer, and they ask for some amount of money to unlock or release that data. That means your Word documents don't execute, your Excel documents don't execute, your QuickBooks, any data file on your computer will not execute. The price of the ransom can range from a few $100s to millions of dollars, depending on how much they think they're able to extract from you. It's the old much, well, how much is it going to cost? Cyber criminals are like, how much you got? So let me ask you this. Would you trust sending a cyber criminal thousands of dollars in hopes that they release your data? A recent report shows that 50% of ransomware victims pay the ransom, yet only 17% of those ransoms paid were guaranteed any return of data. Now that's not very good odds to get your data back. Besides, those that pay the ransom are only funding cyber terrorists. So where does malware come from? Well, it can come from downloading software off the internet, or more often it comes from email phishing campaigns. What are phishing campaigns, you ask? Well, here's a short video from Microsoft explaining what phishing campaigns are.
Phishing is a way crooks try to bait you into giving up your personal or financial information. When you see an email that seems a little fishy, you can sniff it out. Let's look at some of the common features of phishing. There's a sense of urgency. Something is going to be canceled, money is due, or maybe there's a reward, and it's imperative that you act right now. Although it may say it's from a company you know, look carefully. That email address certainly doesn't look right. There's a lot of bad email out there. Major email providers filter and block dozens a day before they reach your inbox, but still some get through. That's one reason phishing emails may look sloppy with bad grammar or strange formatting. They're trying to get through the filters. Some phishing emails will include an attachment. Never open attachments you weren't expecting, even if they appear to be from somebody you know and trust. If you receive a surprise attachment, reach out to them. Confirm the attachment is legitimate before you open it. The same is true for links in email. If you mouse over one, you can see where the link is going. That looks fishy. Instead of clicking the email link, it's safer to go to the company homepage through your browser. So, what should you do? Reporting it will help block other attacks like this and should move the email out of your inbox. If not, you know what to do. Delete it. For more, go to support.microsoft.com/security.
So more than likely, everyone has received an email asking to click here to confirm something, and boom, cyber criminals now have put some type of malware on your computer or network. Or maybe you gave the cyber criminal access to your business network. How about this email that's been running for the past couple of years? Some of you may have received an email like this. Hopefully you did not click on it and enter credentials. It looks like a legitimate email from Microsoft asking you to confirm your email and password. So what do you think happens once you click on and enter your email and password? The answer? Cyber criminals now have full access to your email. Here's one example of a small business that lost over $18,000 because a hacker was able to infiltrate their email via a phishing email that appeared to come from Microsoft. So once the client had clicked on the link and entered his or her email address and password, the hacker was able to clone their email account and could see all communication the said business was sending and receiving. One day, the cyber criminal saw the individual was sending an email with an invoice attached to it. So the criminal quickly sent another email telling the customer that they could wire the money to this new bank account. Here was the bank account with a routing number. In fact, it included a picture of a check that was photoshopped with the said business's logo on it. So the customer wired the money. It looked legit. It came from the email address that they were used to. Well, a few weeks later, said business follows up on the invoice, and you can imagine how the conversation went. So could this have been prevented? No one can prevent human error. But if you were a Tech Mafia managed customer, we do have sophisticated software that helps stop most phishing campaigns. So by the way, the junk folder in Outlook is not a spam filter. There are third-party spam filters that can help protect you from receiving a majority of the phishing emails. Not to say that some aren't going to get by, but we attempt to stop phishing emails from coming in. So let's talk a little bit about the dark web. What is the dark web? Simply put, the dark web is the internet's version of the black market. It's where personal data has been stolen and is being sold. Data has been stolen from companies like LinkedIn, evite.com, Microsoft, Apple, and many other customers that you probably log into daily. How many of you use the same email address and password for multiple logins? It's okay. We know password management is difficult to control. Now think about it. How much information do you keep of your customer? You probably keep their email address, their phone number, their email address, their credit card information. How much of that data might be stolen and sold on the dark web? So what you're seeing in this slide is a sample report of an old PC Fix domain that showed a couple email addresses that were being sold or had been sold on the dark web. These are actual email addresses with legitimate passwords that were used in the business. Now, these are old, granted they just showed up now, but this is a sample report of what a dark web monitoring would look like if you had running in your business. So, how do you protect your data? Well, in my opinion, the first thing you want to do is employ someone like Tech Mafia to manage and protect your data. If not, every business should have someone proactively monitoring your cybersecurity risk, no matter what size your business is. We talked about the 3-2-1 backup, local backup. You should have a local backup of your data because it's easy to access the local backup if you need to restore a computer, or if you buy a new computer, you can quickly get the data transferred to the new computer as well. Cloud level backup 1. Your first level of backup in the cloud should be something like OneDrive or Google Drive that clones your personal local files. And then the third copy should be something like AWS or MSP 360. These third-party backup companies deploy a much sophisticated firewall system that can help stop cyber criminals from ransoming and stealing data. There are several other topics that I did not have time to discuss today. Topics like firewalls, password management, that are pillars to helping secure your business data. And by the way, your internet modem is not an adequate firewall. You should have a professional business class firewall. In addition, I do encourage you to review and change your passwords frequently. Do not use the same password for all web logins. Seems like common sense, but there are so many of us that think we can just use the same password for all logins. Not a good practice. Yet again, Tech Mafia has means to help you manage passwords and how to use your passwords. Again, don't hesitate to reach out to someone at Tech Mafia so we can talk about data security more in depth and to begin to get a plan in place for your business. Thank you and have a fabulous rest of your day.